everyone, today I'm doing a short tutorial on how to draw velvet. I put a poll on my story of who wanted a subject versus skill focused tutorial, and skills narrowly won, but as I was making a tutorial about digital drawing, I got really bored, so I thought I'd make this video to help you build your skills and to accompany a longer and mostly informational post, which you can find in my gallery. I've been working really hard over the past few months on improving the way I draw clothes and fabrics, and I was so happy when I finally hacked velvet, so I wanted to share it with you. One of the things you might remember from my tutorials is that finding out how things work is really useful. So the first thing to know is that velvet is not the same as something like silk or cotton or wool. It's actually made by pulling loops of thread through a base that's made of a different fabric. And because of the variations in what that base can be, different types of velvet can look really different. So it can be really thick and have wide and stiff folds, or it can be thin and have soft and narrow folds. Most velvet used for clothing is thinner, so you'll probably draw it that way with those soft and narrow and very angular folds. And the other effect this process has is that velvet is really textured, so we want to avoid sort of over blending and over rendering it. Now that we know those things, I'll tell you how I draw velvet. First, I don't use any special brushes, just the exact same ballpoint pen brush and smudge tool I use in everything else. Second, I still look at references, so I'll see from the picture what colors I'll be using and start with the darkest one, and that will be our base color. Sometimes I add a mid-tone if there's one in the reference, but I don't always need to, especially if the color is really dark. So you should just judge for yourself what looks best. And you can always try different things out. Of course, if your reference includes different colors or different light sources, you should add those too. Next, I'll take a lighter shade and make really broad and angular highlights. And this step is also optional, but you can use an even lighter color on areas closer to the light source. So I'll put the shade on these little areas on the left side because those get the most light. Then I'm just going to blend the edges of the highlight into the base color. Like I said, it's really important that you don't overblend it because texture is one of the big things that distinguishes velvet from other materials. And then you're done. I'm just going to show what this looks like with clothes that have different colors and lengths and fit differently. post this video before or after the main tutorial, but depending on when it goes up, either check my profile to read the rest or just stay tuned. And I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this tutorial. I hope it helped you, and if it did, please consider subscribing to my channel on YouTube, or if you're on Instagram, liking and saving this video for later. And of course you can like the video on YouTube too. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I really hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.